Howdy. Welcome back to Dion Talk. The big, beautiful bill. How will the big, beautiful bill impact real estate? This video is going to be about 4.5 ways the bill could impact real estate because it has passed the House, barely, but it passed. It is in the Senate for further argument. It is being debated. This is a live stream. Uh, Pants are always optional during these videos. These are 4.5 ways that, as I currently understand it, could impact real estate and real estate investors. It could definitely will change several times. So there could be a follow-up to this. The most important thing when it comes to bills or laws is that you don't let the law or tax tail wag the dog, right? I don't see laws coming out that make investing in real estate not work. Congress is full of people who own real estate that keep making laws that benefit people who own real estate. So this is 4.5 ways it could impact real estate as it's written today. First is it wants to reinstate bonus depreciation, 100% bonus depreciation. Uh, this is a way to take certain things that are usually spread out over years in the year you place the property into service. Now, this only affects properties bought after January 19th, 2025. So you can't take last year's and go, okay, they've redone it, so I'm going to do it this year. No, it's you buy it this year, you put it in place this year, you can do 100% bonus depreciation. At the end of the video, if my memory works well enough, I will tell you why I would never do this. The benefit to real estate investing is there are some people who qualify as real estate professionals, and you could offset, more of your W-2 income. There's, a lot of reasons why somebody would want bonus depreciation to be at 100%. The second thing that could impact real estate and real estate investors from the big, beautiful bill is, and this one, it's good, but it has a nice twist, is that it expands opportunity zones. This is not something I've targeted as an investor, but there are some people who do. So this could take, remember, this is just a bill. This could take places where if you invest, you delay paying taxes on the capital gains on the money that you put there, kind of like a 1031, right? The verbiage hasn't been decided. This can change. And if you invest in these opportunity zones, you can not only delay, but you could possibly eliminate taxes on appreciation as long as you hold it for 10 years. That's the twist. It's not just, if it appreciates for 3 or 4 years and then you sell it, you're going to not pay taxes. You have to hold it for 10 years. So who knows where the opportunity zones are, what they'll be determined with, what criteria it will take for you to be able to invest there, and what are the rules that can come in that can make it a thing where I have not yet looked into opportunity zones because I'm way too lazy for that. And I'm not looking to make a bunch of money. I wanted financial freedom, right? The right amount of cash flow from the least amount of units. That happened from investing in buy and hold real estate. But if you're an opportunity zone person and you're thinking of how can I best not have to give the government a whole bunch of money, are you willing to invest in the areas that they say this is an opportunity zone where they're trying to spur the economy? And are you willing to hold it for 10 years or longer? The third way that I love that the big, beautiful bill could impact real estate, and I hope this part of it makes through, because remember, they're going to twist this, argue it, debate it, and they're going to pork belly it, and they're going to try to get things to go, and things will go up and down. But this is one that actually hurt me in 2017. In 2017, when I forget what it's called, Tax and Jobs Act or something that was instituted, my memory, not being a tax person, always relying on my tax professionals, was I could write off all of my property taxes, pay property taxes to your local county, right? So the third way is it's raising the limit on the SALT deductions. A lot of people call them SALT taxes, state and local taxes, but that's like calling it an ATM machine, automatic teller machine, right? So the SALT deductions in 2017 were $10,000. That sucked because before that, there was no limit. And all of a sudden we had a $10,000 limit. Well, they're increasing it to 40,000. And ironically, I paid about 44,000 in property taxes last year, or technically my tenants paid because I don't pay those things. The tenants do. But a write-off could impact my tenants paying me to pay the property taxes, allowing me to use that as more of a deduction. So I'm okay with that one. The fourth way, and this hasn't mattered to me because I'm not a seller of real estate. I'm a buy and hold guy. I actually hope that all of my properties perform better than my marriages is actually until death do us part. That's the goal. The fourth way that it impacts real estate, this is the big beautiful bill. If it goes through, right, it's passed the House, still in the Senate for argument uh, and manipulation, is that it preserves the capital gains taxes with a bonus. So the capital gains rates currently 0, 15%, 20%. It preserves them, meaning it stays the same. Here's the benefit. Indeterminate how good of a benefit this is going to be, but they're trying in this big beautiful bill, whether you like it or not, to increase the brackets. So right now, up to a certain point, you pay zero capital gains. From that point to another point, you pay 15%. And above that, you pay 20%. They're trying to raise the brackets on that, but maintain the same amount of taxes paid. This means if you're a person who does not flipping, because if you do it in less than a year, that becomes earned income and you're going to pay taxes on it that way. But if you have an asset for more than a year, you could pay less capital gains. And I have a very small amount because I'm not a stock guy, but when the protests happened, I bought some Tesla, and after a year, depending on where it's at, I'll probably sell it. That could be included in that amount. But if you sell a property, you will have capital gains. You also have depreciation recapture. You could 1031. There's a lot of options there for taxes. This is why we have a tax pro. But those are really the main four ways. There is a half a way too. I'll cover it and I'll explain again why I would never use the first one, which is bonus depreciation being reinstated at 100%. The second one, expanding opportunity zones, which is kind of a niche thing. And the third thing that really impacts me is allowing us to write off up to $40,000 of SALT deductions, which I would like. You're paying a form of government. Why would we not be able to write that off against what the government is going to tax us on? And fourth thing, if you are a seller of properties, which someday I probably will, but not today, uh, it would be nice if you could keep more of your own money. Even if the rate stayed the same, you have to make more to make it to the next bracket. But the fourth and a half way that the big beautiful bill could impact real estate investors is a little nuanced. And I'm not a tax pro. This is why I hire a tax guy, because I don't want to know how depreciation works. I don't want to know what is amortized, what is scheduled, what is bonus. None of that matters to me. I want to make sure that a professional looks at what I'm doing, gives me some direction on here is a suggestion on continue to buy this year. Don't take this write off. It takes away your bankability, not depreciation. Depreciation you always take because it's assumed that you took it all. And lenders take it out of the calculation when figuring out your bankability score. But there's talk in the bill of raising what is called Section 179. 179 isn't so much writing off the property as it is writing off equipment you buy to use on your business. So if you got a tool van, your computers, your things that are generally it takes a few years to write off. It has a scheduled write-off system. Ask a tax pro. I'm not that guy. Never trust a random guy on YouTube, right? Uh, it raises the amount on that, which is good because it's not going away or being made less. But if you are trying to take more of a write-off in 1 year, this can help you with that as well. The difference is when you use the 179 section, it that can affect your bankability because it's not depreciation that the lenders will take out of the equation. It is a write-off against your income. And if you take it all at once, it can have a negative impact. So that was 4.5 ways that the big beautiful bill could impact real estate. It could completely change in the next few weeks. It could not pass. The idea is I like to watch legislation that's coming, sometimes to know what to call legislators to be for or against. But I also like to know, okay, what plans of mine might need tweaked just in case certain things happen. This is a nice short live where I will look at all of the comments. And if you want your questions answered during a live stream every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, I do a live stream that lasts as long as the questions do. Have a day full of awesome. I will probably go find some pants now.